Welcome back to another episode of Trails of Cold Steel. I finally figured out where the monster book is, and so far I seem to have everything. Strangely, they gave me full stats for Igloo Garmer forms, even though I only scanned one of them. That's a relief. Yep, it gets pretty OP in its next form. 378 attack. That's far higher. Far higher. Then even on normal mode, it would still have like 290 attack. That would still hit really hard. Yeah, I ran one time because I was annoyed by how those insect monsters had such high defense and such huge numbers. Hopefully this does not bite me in the ass later on, like in the other game. Trails Ferd. Student council rooms on the second floor of the student union building to the east of here. I'm counting on you. Of course, instructor. Is there a reason you're still here, though? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student register in here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remembered, though. Otherwise, I would have had to sit through another of the vice principal's lectures. She's not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? Any other classrooms? Nope, they don't even have a door symbol on the mini-map. See some other students that way. Okay, the stairs. Have you decided what club you want to join? I'm considering focusing my time on extracurricular activities during our free days myself. Hopefully we can both make the most of our free day tomorrow. I'm concerned this academic sense of freedom is rather pleasant. Whoa. Oh, there are people in here. The name's Hebel, and before you joke that my name rings a bell, I'm head of the wind orchestra. The name's a bit misleading though, since we focus more on just more than just percussion and wind instruments. If your interest lies in strings or something, we'd still be more than happy to have you. If you'd like to join, just stop by whenever you can. No problem if you want to play a stringed instrument or something. Now that I think of it, it might make more sense if we just call ourselves the music club. Anyway, feel free to stop by again if you're ever interested in joining. I have been training the art of the piano since I was not but a child. Hey, what do you think? Do I sound like a normal noble if I talk like that? I've been playing piano for a while though. I thought it'd be fun to play here too. I wasn't particularly ladylike as a child. Back then I could hardly sit still on the piano bench, let alone play anything. Elliot! Ah, nothing relaxes me like having a violin in my hands. This academy seems really well equipped. This place might not be so bad after all. I'm planning on playing the violin in the wind orchestra. Hebel apparently plays the violin too, so I might be able to pick up some new techniques from him. Staff only. Oh my, what a delectable smell. It seems as though it's emanating from the cooking club. Perhaps I should follow my nose and grace them with my presence. This smell truly is wonderful. Do you suppose they'll be so kind as to let me sample what they're making? Wait, did I talk to you yet? Oh, glorious day. We finally got a free day tomorrow. Hey, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna spend the whole thing shopping. A bit of retail therapy is just what the doctor ordered after all those soul-sucking classes. I'm ready to spend. How ready am I for our first free day? You could say I've lived my entire life in preparation for this moment. My wallet's gonna lose a bunch of weight tomorrow. This is the cooking club. Any familiar faces in here? Not really. Hello, and welcome to the cooking club. Where you want to learn the essentials of cooking or research new exciting dishes, this is the club for you. You should definitely join if this whets your appetite. I sense an unstoppable force lurking just outside the club room. Perhaps it's a new member just waiting to make their entrance. Oh, hello there. You're a Class 7 student, are you not? My name is Mary. I'm the cooking club's advisor. Were you hoping to join? I'm afraid not. I'm just trying to familiarize myself with the campus. She seems far kinder than I expected a military academy instructor to be. Hey, that's fine. I happen to be the advisor for the art club and the wind orchestra too. If you're interested in joining either of them, we'll be sure to welcome you with open arms. It's only been 2 weeks since I started as an instructor here. I suppose you could say I'm something of a first year myself. I hope that this year can be a learning experience for all of us. And of course, please don't hesitate to let me know if you wish to join any of the clubs I look over. Nothing else here. Whoa, wrong button. There's some more NPCs out. Wait, did I run to that NPC on that side? I wonder if joining this club was a mistake. Clara's supposed to be the head of the club, but she's so caught up in her own work, she won't teach us anything. Then there's Gaius, who seems a little hard to approach. I used to be so quick to judge, though. Maybe I just need to take the initiative and talk to them. That's perfect. I just need to get to know everyone. Tomorrow, maybe. That's what they all say, and then they go into the entire semester or year without speaking to their club mates or something. Creating art while I'm surrounded by art. Being able to paint in a place like this is an invaluable experience. Definitely not something I was able to enjoy back home. I should ask him about his home sometime. It seems like an interesting place. I can already see there's a lot to learn at this academy. Guess we have new members all of a sudden. Well, bully for them. I've got my own art to focus on. Shouldn't a club head be a bit more friendly, or at least kind of welcoming? I'm busy with my own art. I'll leave the new members to the advisor. The advisor's already running like 2 other clubs. I speak to you yet? Yes, Colette. Computer room is locked. Shame, maybe I could have had Rean play some PC games while I'm playing him through a PC game. Wait, did I talk to that person already? Second guessing myself. Okay, that person's just looking for food. Alright, seems like I have to go outside to get to the student council room. But for now, I'm just gonna explore and talk to all the classmates. What are you doing up here, Fee? Being bored. That's not what I meant. Are you planning on joining any clubs? How about I help you look over... Too much work. She's a difficult one. Nice view up here. Might come here when I'm bored. Okay, no one else on this roof. It'd be crazy if I could jump down here like in Xenoblade. Actually, that wouldn't be cool at all, since this is a school environment. Oh, there's multiple stairs to the first floor. That way there's no bottleneck for the students as they get to class. It's been about half a month since the entrance ceremony. I would imagine you're starting to get used to your life here. I know it's a lot to take in, but as long as you keep your head up, I'm sure you'll adjust soon enough. I imagine you're starting to get used to your life here. There are already students who recognize me, which just makes my day. Let's see. Should explore the courtyard before I go to the front gate. I was just trying to get to my club when this weirdo started harassing me. All I wanted was for someone to tell me where the music room is. Do you know? Second floor, I think. Wait, is that... It's the music room different from the music... It's from the wind orchestra club room? I still don't know my way around this academy. But before I worry about that, I gotta get away from this guy. Master Vincent is the only son of the Floral family. Despite his pedigree, however, it would be wise to take his words with a healthy degree of skepticism. For instance, while he may claim to be the noble escort, most women he offers his services to reject him. There's some truth to Master Vincent's noble escort claims. His nobility is by no means in question. His ability to attract women, however, most certainly is. Dissed by your own maid. Oh, lost little lamb, worry no longer. For I, Vincent, the noble escort Floral, will take you wherever your heart desires. Noble escort? What does that even mean? Now, no need to be shy. Merely close your eyes, take my hand, and trust me. Name the place, and I shall guide you there like an elegant bird leading its chicks. And I wonder what would happen if he met Olivia. New student, huh? Well, I'm the janitor, and this here's my room. Hey, if you're ever in need of advice, just stop on by. I'll help you in any way I can. Even if you bust a window or free, you can let me know. I won't get after you too much. Alright, you'll be the first to know if I start endangering the school's glass. Force has a long history behind it, so you can bet it's got a lot of rules. Wouldn't hurt you new students to give your student handbook a good once-over. If you know the rules, you're less likely to break them. It's taking up a bit of my recording time just talking to the NPCs. Maybe I should start turning up my encoding, my compression settings in the Vidimux. So I can, and then just do double uploads. Triple is overkill, unfortunately. You there! You're a member of Class 7, are you not? Listen here, contrary to the tainted image your instructor has provided you, this is a highly distinguished academy. You can see this exemplified by our upper class students, whose noble behavior you would do well to learn by. Like that guy flirting with the underclassmen? Take heed after every action and mannerism. Do you see them running in the corridors? No, you do not. No, you do not. Understood? Listen here. Just gonna screenshot this real quick. Just gonna run around him just to piss him off. Ah. The moment he crashes into something, he just stops running entirely. Loses all his speed, all his momentum. Alright, should be something in this. I talked to you, yeah, I talked to the receptionist. And there's this class info, the nurse's office. Well, hello there, welcome to the infirmary. You seem healthier than our average visitor. Oh, well, classes are over for today, so feel free to relax here if you'd like. Thank you for the offer. She seems like a sweet old lady. If you ever find yourself sick or injured, don't even think twice about stopping by. If you don't find yourself sick or injured, feel free to stop by anyway. I talk to this person. Phew, I'm feeling way better now. I had a fever this morning, so I thought it would be smart to rest in here. Medicine instructor Beatrix gave me really did a trick. Happy to say I'm feeling way better now. It would have been a real bummer to spend our free day tomorrow stuck in bed. Yeah, it really sucks when the moment you get a vacation, you get sick. It's like, and then by the time you recover, it's time for school again. You're from class 7, right? Must be one weird class if stopping by the faculty lounge is how you spend your free time. And I'm just coming to grips with the academy's layout. Instructor Makarov doesn't really have the air of a natural science teacher. He's apparently in charge of orbital studies, so that makes sense in a way. Anyway, just do me a favor and try not to fail any of your tests. I really don't want to think of new stuff for retests, and if nobody fails, I won't have to. You might not want to say that too loudly considering your position. You know Min from class 3? She's my niece. She's a good kid, but wherever she goes, chaos follows. I should probably go make sure she hasn't set herself on fire. She's gonna be here for 2 whole years. And she's already being hit on by an upperclassman, I think. If it isn't Rean Schwarzer, what brings you here? Oh, don't tell me you wanted to learn more about the War of the Lions. Well, that's just fine by me. Allow me to be your guide through the hectic history of the Middle Ages. As luck would have it, I just so happen to have 5 or so hours to spare today. That should be enough for a cursory primer. Thank you for the offer, but I wouldn't want to bother you. Once he gets going, not even ideas can make him stop. Oh, what a shame. Now I really want to tell someone about the War of the Lions. I suppose my authentic Eastern Haniwa statue will have to do. Alright, these other 2 classrooms are supposed to be empty, though. Principal's office. Conference room. Okay, there's one more person on the other side that I need to get to. I think, did I already talk to that person? I can't tell. I probably did. Oh yeah, it's janitor. Alright. Courtyard done. If I remember correctly, the student union building should be east of the main building. It doesn't seem like this is too urgent though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. It's more to force than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities, such as practical exams. Many sports clubs, such as the lacrosse and riding clubs, use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There, you'll find the pool and the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering building is the de facto place for orbment maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Thors. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your perusal and serves as a handy space for study and research. You can also go there to brush up on all the Zemurian terminology you can handle. The Student Union building is a place for students to relax and unite. The first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the culture clubs on the second floor, and even a salon reserved for upper-class students on the third. Usually you'll see event markers displayed on characters and places. These will show an event that will take place. Key events and quest events. Yeah, this could take a while to explore. Might as well start by talking to this pink-haired girl here. A year seems like a long time, but it'll fly by if you waste it all studying. It was hard work getting into this academy, so we deserve to have some fun while we're here. Really? I feel like the year lasts longer when you're studying. Well, then again, it depends on what I'm studying, I guess. So, fun time flies when I'm having fun, and well, I don't find school fun. Might seem a little quaint, but gardening is both fun and enriching. We'd love to have you join our club if you have so much as a budding interest. See why there. I'll teach you everything there is to know about plants. The more love you pour into your flowers, the better it'll grow. Feel free to join our club if you want to cultivate a green thumb. If I were something fun to do, where would I hide? It was hard work getting into this academy, so we deserve some fun while we're here. Let's see. Next up, someone is in front of the gymnasium. Let me get reoriented a bit. Alright, this point north here. Point this north as well. Okay, this way. Monk! I wonder if I can find any good material for this month. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself. I do that sometimes. Actually, Class 7 might just end up being a treasure trove of material. Is he from the newspaper club or something? I don't know what material means, but I don't like the sound of it. Yeah, I've got a feeling your class will provide me some good material. Better not let me down, heh. Yep, he's definitely a newspaper club. Gymnasium. Oh, there's Patrick. I guess this is where the fencing and swimming clubs are located. I'm not exactly what you call athletic, but it might still be worth checking them both out. I mean, we're still a military academy and all. There's not much point in being here if I'm not healthy. I'm not particularly athletic, but joining one of these clubs might be just what I need to remedy that. Now, which one should I join? Let's see. Guess the fencing club is practicing right now. What's with that guy? What, does he think he's hot stuff just because he's a noble? I've never been able to get along with jerks like that. Can't see that changing anytime soon either. He's improving it even more than the other upper class first years. Guess I won't be joining this club after all. What's with this guy? He just marched in here demanding to be made captain. So much for respecting your elders. I figured this club would help me get in shape, but... man, what have I gotten myself into? Welcome to the fencing club. I'm Friedel, the club captain. A number of interesting first years have joined us, so I'm curious to see how things unfold. Healthy competition amongst club members is always a good thing. Patrick's quite the interesting one. I have a feeling he's going to be a good practice partner for logins. This is logins. Want to say it again, asshole? I don't think I heard that right. Oh, of course, I'll say it as many times as it takes for you to get into your fixed goal. As the best swordsman here, I should be named captain of the club. Do you follow that, or must I speak more slowly? Did he actually beat every single member of the club? Huh, yeah, I gotcha. You're so damn cocky, how about taking me on one-on-one? Seems like you need a little attitude adjustment. I have no objections to that. Just remember, you challenged me, so I expect no whimpering after you lose. Just because you're a noble doesn't mean I'm not going to beat your ass. You need to be brought down to pegs, and I'm going to be the one to do it. Given your uniform, I can assume you're a part of Class 7. That's right. Mind if I ask who you are? My name's Patrick. I'm from Class 1. Class 1, huh? That's one of the upper classes, right? I'm Rean Schwarzer. Pleased to meet you. Do you really think the feeling is mutual? I couldn't in good conscience say I was pleased to meet anyone from some pathetic group of nobodies calling itself a class. While you're at this academy, it would serve you well to remember your place. We wouldn't want commoners to start thinking a little special treatment makes them better than nobles, now would we? The thought couldn't have been further from my mind. Thanks for the advice. This guy's a real peach. Swimming pool. Swimming doesn't just strengthen your body, but your soul too. If and when you join this club, try to think of a goal. Any goal will do, as long as you want to make it happen. Working towards that will be a good way to help you become the you want to be. Of course, let's not forget swimming's the perfect way to get cool when it's all toasty outside. Can't say I'd be surprised if some folks joined up just because of that. That guy really got away with words. Just goes to show why he made captain. I think this might be the club for me. Turns out this might be the club for me. Fascinating. I suppose there are some things we can only do while we're students. Looks like there's a lot I could learn in this club. I'm going to fill out an application this very instant. Did I talk to Patrick a second time? How could anyone be so upset over such a logical proposition? Very well, then. If it's a match you want, then it's a match you shall get. Yeah, he's just talking to the other guy now. Do we get to actually... wonder... will Patrick actually beat this guy? Possibly, who knows? He probably will, just to make it all sweeter when... if he ever turns out to be a boss battle for my group. Oh, I see. They won't... wait a minute. I can't, is it possible for me to switch control to a female character and enter it? Probably not. Chances are I can only control Rean by himself while he's in the campus, and then in battle areas maybe I'll get a few more members. Otherwise it would just be really weird going into boys and girls specific areas. If alright. see, where have I want to save the Student Union building for last. So I should... This way, I already talked to you. Alright. Who are you? Whoa there, those ladies in the lacrosse get-ups are looking mighty fine. It'd be a crime against photography if I don't snap some pics. Oh no, he's in the photography or newspaper club as well, huh? Man, this academy's the place to be if you're looking for cute girls. Yeah, I'm gonna be late to the photography club, but when inspiration strikes, you can't just ignore it. I think there's an anime about a photography club. 2 of them. Yeah, was one anime about 2 clubs where one of them was rather perverted or something. Welcome to the writing club. I am the current captain, Lambert Mock, and this is my trusty steed, Whitcomb. Are you a new recruit by chance? Did he legally change his name to Mock? You have the slightest interest in joining? By all means, please do. We'll happily accept anyone who wants to experience the joys of writing. If you have the slightest interest in joining, please do. Can't talk to the horse. Even though it's also listed as a separate NPC. Okay, time for some awkwardness. I'll talk to you first. When you think of traditional Erebonian sports, the word lacrosse should come screaming into your mind. The three key pillars of the sport are the 3 key pillars of youth itself: friendship, hard work, and success. So who's ready to make the most of their youth with us? Do try to control yourself, Emily. You'll scare them all off at this rate. I'm the captain of this club. Name's Emily, but people call me the Blazing Maiden. We're not going to be young forever, but as long as we're here, I'm going to make it count. Oh, are you here to join the lacrosse club? I'm sorry to tell you, but this club is for girls only. Right. So that's the Elisa girl I've heard so much about. She has a different air about her than the other first years. She's awfully cocky for a commoner. She intends to join the lacrosse club, does she? Hehe, what a lovely turn of events. I can use this to teach her her place. Elisa and I are taking a look at all the clubs here. Would you care to join us, Rean? Emma, what are you saying? Ah, right, I'm sorry, Rean. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm not much for sports myself. I think something like the literature club would be the best fit for me. Alright, let's see what you have to say. Well, she's passionate to say the least. Joining a sports team does seem like it'd be interesting though. Friendship, hard work, and success, huh? I've never joined any sports teams before, but they must be pretty fun if she's this excited. That's strange, she doesn't have any comment about... What if I stand right in front of her? No. Alright, on to the next NPC. I'm trying to try to count all the parts of me walking. Bit rate's at a premium here. If this were a Yandere simulator, I could imagine a Yandere just dragging a dead body to this furnace here. Though, given how strong all the teachers and students are, trying to do any Yandere antics here would be a bad idea. Okay, now I'm going to check out the Academy's Auditorium. Or not, it's locked. Okay, let's talk to these 2 NPCs. Hey there, Becky. Have you decided on a club to join yet? Here, how many times do I need to tell you to stop acting like you're my mate? If I'm joining the school store, got a problem with that? I can't pronounce that accent. Becky, that's not a club at all. I know, you think I'm daft or something? As usual, you continue to baffle me, and presumably everyone else. I'm attending the academy from my home in Heimdall. A commute like that makes it very difficult to join a club or work a part-time job like Becky does. Here, you know that massive corporation, Kleist & Co.? Well, this we... Bam's there. He thinks he's a pure ticket because his family's well off. He will not stop following me a boot either. Actually, doing my heathen. Is this a Canadian accent? Hey, you go have a wee giggle with your family's money. Meanwhile, I'll go get a job and make my own money. Cannot waste a good academy life now. Okay. Next up is the library. Machias. Arg, why is he in there? What's wrong? It's nothing. Oh well, I suppose I'll just return to the dorms for today. He intends to regularly befoul the library with his presence, only to find a new place to study. Wait, why am I the one who needs to go somewhere else? He can't make me go anywhere! Apparently I can get get books here just like in previous games. In the library you'll find books detailing key terminology on the second floor and recommended reading corner on the first. The recommended reading corner is updated almost every month, so it's worth checking in on a regular basis. What's more, many books you read will be added to the book tab of your notebook for future reference. You can access the book tab by pressing the select button or by choosing note and then books from the camp menu. Hello and welcome to the library. You'll be very familiar with it by the end of your tenure at this academy. It's almost a second home for some students. Not only do we have every kind of book you could imagine, but the quiet atmosphere makes it a perfect study spot. Feel free to come along when you'd like. We never turn away an inquisitive mind. Don't you have a club you should be running off to? Nope, I still haven't decided where I want to join one yet. How about you? The same. None have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Well, that sounds like you, I guess. You do things at your own pace and at your own discretion, just like a noble. It doesn't take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Right, sorry for bothering you. Fine, be forever alone. Recommended reading corner. Imperial Railways. World Revolution of 50 years ago had a profound effect on Erebonia, much as it did on other nations on the continent. Much is made of its impact on weaponry, but I believe its influence on transport was equally noteworthy. Specifically, the Orbital Revolution allowed the creation of railways for the first time. Before the Orbital Revolution, there were only 3 methods of transport available to Imperial citizens: horse, boat, and walking. Considering the sheer size of Erebonia, the situation was far from ideal. Traveling from the Imperial capital of Heimdall to Beriahard, the capital of the Kruzen province, for example, took 10 days on foot and 4 days by horse. Such long journeys would be impossible to imagine for the Erebonian citizen of today. Changing all that, however, was the Orbital Revolution's transformation of manufacturing, making the creation of mechanical engines possible for the first time. This marked a key turning point in the history of transportation, and Erebonia's first use of these engines was the invention of the train. The first orbally powered vehicle to run on rail tracks was developed through the combined efforts of Professor G. Smith, a leading disciple of Professor Epstein, in a Rainford factory, known at the time as a weapons manufacturer. The freight line between Rower City and the Saxon iron mine was completed on Septon calendar 1160. The first passenger railway connecting Heimdallr and Rower began operation. As a result of these developments, the concept of the Orbital Railway became widely known throughout the nation, and by 1175, a wide-reaching railway network had been created with Heimdallr at its center. This rail nexus effectively connected the imperial capital with all of the major provincial capitals. This was followed soon after by the establishment of railways in other nations on the continent, eventually leading to the creation of the Transcontinental Railroad 20 years ago, which has made transporting people, goods, and information all over the continent significantly easier. There is no doubt that the orbitally powered airships invented in the Liberal Kingdom and the family automobiles developed in the Calvard Republic are also wonderful inventions. However, a half a century after the orbital revolution, it is an incontestable fact that railways are the most important method of transport. S. Reinman. Alright, it's added to book notes, so it's basically in my inventory forever, I hope. Yes, it's in my inventory forever. It's like having it on Kindle or something. Any other books here? There's an NPC. I found a very exciting novel series here the other day. They're real page turners, so as soon as I finish one, I come right back here and grab the next one. Alright. There shouldn't be anyone else up here, should there? I don't see anything else here. Oh wait, there's something! Current events / politics. And of course there's Phantom Thief B. Phantom Thief Blue Blonde. The four great houses is a collective term for the storied families who rule the four Erebonian provinces. Each controls a private provincial army and commands respect second to only the Arnor family. All four run their nearly country-sized provinces in accordance with the Empire's class system, but a push for modernization is increasing tensions between the four great houses and the Reformist faction. 100 Days' War was a war of aggression waged by the Empire against the Liberal Kingdom in 1192. The name is drawn from the 100 days between the start of the war and its church-mediated end. Initially, Liberal appeared to be at a significant disadvantage, with the Empire occupying a majority of their territory, but a single operation using the then new patrol ships turned the tide of battle. The reasoning for the war is not public knowledge, but the Erebonian Empire has since formally apologized to Liberal, calling the war a mistake born from an unfortunate misunderstanding. Yeah, Joshua and Lo would like to have a word with you guys on that one. Non-Aggression Pact was an international treaty proposed by Queen Alicia II and signed in 1202 by the Liberal Kingdom, Erebonian Empire, and Calvard Republic in Liberal's Urbe Royal Villa. While not legally binding, the pact has had a powerful effect, bringing an end to large-scale Erebonian and Calvardian military exercises near Crossbelt and decreasing tensions between each nation. B is an elusive thief who has stolen everything from jewels to orbital tanks from people and organizations across Zemuria. His strange, almost beautiful methods have given rise to a small, dedicated fan base. Though he sends messages to his intended targets and makes public appearances clad in the white cape and mask, B's identity remains a mystery. He calls his recent usual thefts the liberation of beauty. Okay. Oh, there's another one. History and civilization. They're really covering their bases here. The structure of the ancient Zemurian civilization is estimated to have occurred 1,200 years ago. While the Great Collapse is commonly attributed to a natural disaster, this theory remains unconfirmed. This ancient civilization's end marked the beginning of the Dark Ages. I wonder if there's any... we'll find out what happened between Gagharv and the Great Collapse. The Septon Church is one of the most... it's the most widespread religion in Zemuria and is based on the worship of the sky goddess Aidios. Its high seat is in the holy city of Arturia. Although its influence has decreased somewhat since the Orbital Revolution, it still has a significant presence in the continent's education and health systems. The word Septium encompasses 7 types of precious stones mined across Zemuria. Due to symbols of mystery since ancient times, their value as a resource shot up practically overnight when technology to refine Sepith or Septian fragments into quartz was developed. Artifacts are essentially ancient orbments. While both run on orbital energy, they are operated very differently. Because they were likely produced by the ancient Zemurian civilization, proper analysis is currently beyond our technological grasp. Artifacts are occasionally found within ruins across the continent, and many are capable of demonstrating power that exceeds the bounds of human comprehension. The Septon Church has, as such, defined artifacts as premature gifts from the goddess, and claims responsibility for their collection and control. Hopefully they don't turn out to be like a secondary evil organization to Ouroboros, especially when they have probably a good deal of the artifacts. Or what if they're actually a front for Ouroboros? There's so many... there's just so many possibilities. Any more lore? Let's see. More lore. Culture. The Rainford Company was initially a gunpowder-based weapons manufacturer based out of the Erebonian Empire and known for its cannons and heavy firearms. Since the Orbital Revolution, however, it has expanded its operation to include railways and airships. This expansion has made it one of the continent's 2 largest companies, rivaled only by Calvard's Verne Company. I think Olivier used some of his used guns that were made by this company. The Verne Company is a massive company headquartered in the Calvard Republic. Like its industrial rival, the Rainford Company, the Verne Company was a storied arms manufacturer that expanded into orbital research and development after the Revolution. Particularly worth noting are the company's innovative approaches to the development of orbital vehicles such as orbital cars and buses. Zeiss Central Factory, or ZCF, was founded as a Zeiss engineering factory in Liberal Kingdom's Zeiss City by Professor A. Russell, a disciple of the great Professor Epstein. All these disciples seem to have initials, huh? They all go from A to Z? Who knows? ZCF was the very first orbment manufacturer to successfully develop an airship. They recently completed work on a high-speed cruiser Oriole, a feather in the cap of the Royal Liberalian Army. Culture 2. Bracer Guild. The Bracer is a non-governmental organization acting to keep the peace and protect civilians wherever its numerous and continent-spanning branches reach. Its members are known as Bracers. Its guiding principle, to put the safety of civilians above all else, is both its greatest strength and a handicap, as it cannot involve itself in political matters unless civilians are directly threatened. Incredibly skilled mercenary groups can be found all over the continent known as Jaeger Corps. Due to their combat proficiency and their willingness to take on morally gray contracts, they are often used as private armies. As such, several countries have passed laws against their hire and use. The International Bank of Crossbelt is a large banking organization which manages the vast quantities of money flowing to the Crossbelt and supports the economies of nations across the continent. The IBC's interests extend beyond banking too. In addition to providing most of the funding for the Epstein Foundation's Oriole Network project, the bank manages theme parks and other similar diversions. Imperial Chronicle. The Imperial Chronicle is a news organization headquartered in Heimdall. It has built up a reputation as the Empire's most trustworthy news source over the course of its 120-year history. Last year, in an effort to diversify their news distribution, the company established Imperial Chronicle Radio to supplement their widely read newspaper. Fake news or something, right? The Orbital Revolution was a technological revolution that saw its inception in the year 1150 with the invention of orbments. Wait, did I read this part already? I don't remember. That's strange why it would mention. Would have been sufficient to just mention Orbital Revolution all at once in just one of these sections. Do any of these get added to my notes? I don't think so. Of course, these will probably stay the same for the most part. Orbment is a general term for devices that operate by drawing. I'm not going to read these out loud, since most people watching this probably played the first trilogy. I really don't like the. I don't really like how courts are set up now. This time, instead of having all mostly stat boosting courts, now there's courts specifically dedicated to arts, but that means you won't be able to use that slot for boosting certain stats or giving yourself certain passives anymore. I kind of miss the old system. Hopefully this new system will grow on me. Orbital Arts. Kind of like how whenever a program is patched, someone's saying, "This new program doesn't. This new version doesn't work well with my specific use case," kind of thing. It's kind of what I'm feeling with the orbments right now. But then they'll eventually have to grow on me. Oriole Network Project is an effort by the Epstein Foundation to maintain a network in which vast quantities of information can be exchanged between computers using a series of orbital cables, the Internet. While initially a joint effort between the Epstein Foundation and Liberal's ZCF, the IBC is currently bankrolling the project. As a result, the network is currently being tested in Crossbell City. Epstein Foundation is an organization dedicated to continuing the work of Professor C. Epstein. It researches and manufactures orbments specializing in information processing and communication. The Epstein Foundation is also the sole manufacturer of battle orbments, which allow their users access to arts. Their recent Oriole Network project also promises to be the future of Oriole communication, and they probably have someone, and they're probably affiliated with Ouroboros. Considering that Ouroboros is always getting the latest stuff. International, holy crap! They don't skimp on lore at all. He's a veteran, which means we may have to fight him as a boss battle someday, hopefully. Crossbell. I hope we get the Crossbell series someday. Even if it's an okayish fan translation. So known for housing the headquarters of the Bracer Guild, which has branches all across the Mira. City State House. I'm going to read these anyway since there's nothing else I can really say. City State housing the high seat of the Septon Church. Auditorium is located at the center of the continent and acts as a gathering place for believers and church officials alike. The church comprises a number of organizations, including the Congregation for Divine Worship, which handles liturgical matters, the Congregation for the Sacraments, which handles administering the sacraments of the goddess, and the Papal Guard, which is responsible for protecting the holy city of Arturia itself. They don't mention the Grail Knights, of course. That's too much of a secret, I guess. The Liberal Kingdom is situated in the southwest part of the Zamurian continent. Rich in nature and history, the kingdom is ruled by the long-lived Queen Alicia II, a staunch advocate for peace. While a humble nation compared to those around it, its bountiful Septon reserves, advanced technological capabilities, and Queen Alicia's skillful diplomacy allow it to stand on equal footing with any other. Last year, a large object of unknown origin appeared above Valeria Lake, disabling orbments nationwide. This crisis was resolved through the joint efforts of the Royal Army and the Bracer Guild. The Oriole. Nord Highlands are located northeast of the Empire and surrounded by the Isengard Range. Despite their harsh natural environment, they are populated by a tribe of nomads with their own unique culture. Given their proximity to both the Empire and the Republic, the Highlands have been a hotly contested territory for many years. Oh boy. I don't see anything else. Alright, maybe it's about time to go to student council room. No, I still need to visit I should visit the engineering building. If it's possible. Appears to be locked. It's the engineering building, isn't it? Doesn't seem like anyone's here. Okay, I guess that's my cue to go into the student union building. Alright, time to go to the student union.
This should be the student union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year. How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others still. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay.
How does he know about our class's tougher curriculum? Was it announced to all students?
Wait.
He
You're
was.
a second-year student, aren't you?
I think he was.
Do you mind if I ask your name?
I think he was working with Sarah for our first trial.
Hey,
In the background,
let's
at
not
least.
get ahead of ourselves. First things first. How about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 Mira coin I can borrow?
Couldn't I just let you test it on the rock instead? Just to be safe?
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right. Watch closely.
Huh?
Now, Which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
There's probably no way to get this right. He probably has a trick where he actually hit it somewhere else.
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the 2nd floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
He didn't give me my money back.
Wait, my 50... Mira. He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Guy's good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
Did I actually deduct Mira from my... Yeah, since it's possible that I started at 550, but I can't be sure. I'm gonna go load a save and check. Alright, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe.